Teacher knowledge and behavior is the component of the model that focuses on teachers' knowledge of students and content and on their expertise in classroom management and pedagogy. Teacher behavior is the element of teacher knowledge and behavior that encompasses classroom management and pedagogy. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. Middle school students in Carson, Iowa are collaborating on an opera with the students from Helsingborg, Sweden. The students assume jobs as if they were in a professional opera company. They form committees to work on each element of the opera. There are production managers, stage managers, costume set and lighting designers, carpenters, public relations managers, writers, composers, and performers. The teacher demonstrates content management, an element of classroom management, in her management of daily review sessions. This example also demonstrates elements of pedagogy. The teacher gives the students access to instructional resources that enhance their learning, and she encourages the students to engage in reflection on their work.
Let's talk about the costume committee first. On this particular opera, how many characters are you costuming?
8.
All right, and when you determined what they were going to wear, what kinds of things did you have to think about?
Lighting and how hot it's going to be on the stage.
All right. Was age a factor in determining what they were going to wear?
Yes.
Now, you're also working with Sweden on this. What kinds of problems did you have, or what kinds of things did you talk with them about the costumes?
Well, we kind of compromised on our ideas, and when we finally got them done, they decided they were going to do their own.
Okay, so they're doing 4 characters and you're doing 4 characters. Can you show me some of the drawings that you did?
This is Roy.
And is that one that you did or the Swedish kids did?
We did this.
Okay, and just tell me what he has on there, or will have on.
He has a green Nike shirt, because they wanted Nike. He has Nike black shorts and Nike shoes.
All right, you're also working on makeup, and you're working with a program called Cosmopolitan Makeover. Can you tell me how this program works and some of the things you've done with it?
Well, you take a camera, a digital camera, and you take a picture of anyone, and you put it on the computer, and you pick a picture, and it shows up on the screen, and you can pick hairstyles and hair colors, and then there is highlights, and you can do our makeup and lipstick and stuff.
Okay, now this would be really useful if we had, for example, maybe a character part, like maybe a really old woman or a man with a mustache or something. You could play around with it and get the effect that you wanted.
The students form committees to work on different parts of the opera. The students on one committee work on the project logo, tickets, buttons, and t-shirts to advertise the opera. The teacher demonstrates an element of pedagogy by providing learners with the appropriate instructional resources, such as Microsoft Paint and PrintShop Deluxe.
After you did it in a grayscale here, when you colored it in, what program were you using?
Paint. Microsoft Paint.
So now we have a color one, right? And what did you do with that logo then? We could kind of move on to the other things that you worked on with that.
We made buttons and tickets, and we're gonna put our logo on the front of the t-shirts. For our buttons, we got a machine from the AEA 13 and to make the buttons. And, yeah. We have 100 buttons done.
And the ticket part, how do we do that?
It's pretty much our logo, and then don't you have to reserve a spot for the performance? So you call the middle school and you reserve a ticket, and they'll write your name on here and give it to you, just as many as you need.
And so we have the logo on that though too, right?
Yeah.
What program did you use to do this invitation?
The PrintShop Deluxe.
Okay, did you have any problems while you did this program?
I couldn't get it to print the first 2 times, and I think the first 4 times I tried, the computer kept shutting down by itself, and it kept making me mad, so I had to get Mrs. Beatty, and she helped me with it, and I finally got it to work, because I had to figure out that we had to be on the network to get it to print.
Another committee is responsible for the set design. The students explain how they use Total 3D Home Deluxe software to design the set. The teacher encourages the students to share their experiences during the process of designing the set. She uses high-level questioning as a technique for maintaining group focus. This demonstrates content management, an element of classroom management.
How did you determine what your sets were going to look like? You knew you were the set designer. What did you do next?
We just went through the script and just kind of pictured it in our mind first and then drew it out. And then we confirmed it with the Sweden people to make sure that they liked it. And then we're starting to work on it now.
Okay, and did you both draw the same scenes, or how did you work that out with Sweden?
We drew some and they drew some. And then we combined them.
The teacher once again demonstrates an element of pedagogy by providing her students with appropriate instructional resources. Total 3D Home Deluxe software helps the students visualize what the set will look like. It also makes collaboration with the Swedish students easier.
Taylor, you want to tell us a little bit about the computer program that you use? First of all, what's it called?
It's called Total 3D Home Deluxe. And this is our basement scene right now. And there's you just put in whatever you want it to look like. If you click there, and if you want a bed in it, then you click there, and it'll give you choices of beds, and then you just drag it in there. And you can also do elevation, and that's where you look at it, what you would see when you walk through the door. And this is if you walk through it, you can see what it's going to look like.
So this will be very helpful to us as directors. We can actually see where your furniture is, and the Swedish teachers can see that too, even before they come, and know where things are going to be.
The Public Relations Committee was responsible for designing the program for the opera. The committee members talk about the content and layout of the program, and they divide the tasks among themselves. The teacher and school technology coordinator monitor the students as they collaborate. They demonstrate content management, part of classroom management, and their management of group in-class work. Specifically, their comments help maintain group focus during a discussion session.
I mean, this is kind of plain to me.
Simple
See,
but elegant.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want something that catches the eye, because this does not catch your eye. And it's a block.
We could have our logo.
Yeah.
And then
That's a block. We need something that's going to catch
Riverside.
the audience's eye.
Mid Housing Board, 7th grade. They're 7th grade, right?
Yeah.
7th grade opera production.
Okay, who's a good writer here? Who can you take notes while we're going? Okay, got pencil. Okay, so we can do this.
No one can read you. He has horrible handwriting. But
Nice.
and then we can put the logo and then Riverside Housing Board 7th grade opera, and then put McCready Theater.
You can say something.
McCready Theater, the dates and the time at the bottom.
We could have the background different colors since that's what kind of makes it block.
Where and when.
Yeah, we could put a border
We
on
could have a
it.
border, and then we could have the songs that we're gonna sing.
Yeah. List the songs and stuff.
Do you want to agree on your information first, and then talk about how you want it to look? Show you approach it that way. Yeah. So far, what do you have on the cover?
On the cover, we wanted
Logo.
our logo and where and when.
Who's doing it?
Housing Board.
Yeah.
Good job. Now, who's going to be responsible for which one? Who wants to work on the cover?
Oh,
Cover on the cover.
Okay, you want to work on the. Okay, so now, Jenny, let's put down who's going to do what. Who's going to be responsible? You want to. All right. If you're going to do the cover, you're also going to do the back.
Right.
Right. Let's have him do that. Cover, since it's going to be the same page printed off. So he'll do the cover and the picture on the back and getting that taken care of. Right? Okay, who wants to figure out the scenes and that? That's going to be a tough one. Leslie?
She was a writer too, so she'd probably have a label on it.
Leslie would be good for that because she wrote
She
it.
knew the scenes.
The teacher demonstrates elements of pedagogy as she works with the students who compose the music for the opera. She creates a learning environment that makes the students feel valued, encourages them to be independent, to take risks, and to meet their own expectations, as well as hers. In addition, the instructor displays knowledge of and skills in music, and uses effective strategies and resources to facilitate music learning.
Da, 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 da. Da-da-da-da-da-bum-bum.
D and then is
C
it
sharp.
D, C sharp.
I don't know how many of those put in.
Da-da-da-da-da-bum-bum. Let's take that much of it, shall we? Have we got that, Catherine? Da-da-da-da-da-bum-bum. Yeah, let's...
I remember how many.
Da-da-da-da-da-bum-bum. Is that what you want? Okay. I think we can remember that. All right. Now, we're playing our eighth notes in a swing rhythm. Has Mr. Grease ever talked to you about that in band? Instead of going da 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 da, it's da 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 bum. So it's not, they're not even eights, and so we don't have to write a lot of dots in there.
One committee was responsible for writing the script and the lyrics for the opera. The writers review the process they used to develop the theme, thesis, and characters for the opera. They reflect on the writing process and on how technology helped them. The teacher demonstrates an element of pedagogy in the learning environment she has created. The students learn to work cooperatively, and they participate actively in decision-making.
Tell us how you came up with the story. How do you write an opera? People ask me, how do you write an opera? Where do you start? Where do we start?
We start by thinking, what do we want our theme to be? So we all agree on a theme, and then as soon as we get that established, we go right to a thesis.
What were some of the themes that we came up with? Do you remember when we brainstormed on this way back in October?
Romance. We had like
Relationship.
yes.
Junior high sweethearts.
Okay. Future, was that in there, and world peace and some of those things. And then we voted, and what was the winner?
Relationships.
Okay.
And then after you establish a theme, you go on to a thesis. Our thesis this year is, what's our thesis?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Right, and was that the one we originally started out with?
No.
Why did we change it?
Because after we got into the whole writing process, we figured out that our thesis didn't exactly go along with our story. So we decided to change it after we asked Sweden about it, and they agreed that our thesis now went along much better than the one before.
Okay, and then we determined characters. How do we do that, Kylie?
Well, every class would, we just came up with like different character traits, and then we put them, we like made a character wheel of the characters who would get along and wouldn't get along.
And then you bring that out in your story. All right, so we have these characters developed. And how did we work with Sweden on this? We weren't just doing this all on our own. They were working on it too, weren't they?
We actually made the names up, and then we gave them 4. They made up traits for 4 characters, and we made up traits for 4 characters. And we put them together, and we have these 8 main characters that are going to be in our opera. And then we decided on this character wheel, and we decided who would get along with who, and see if that was okay with Sweden. We would email that over there, and they would email us back, and that's how we kept in touch with that.
So the technology, again, was really important in the initial part of this.
Yes, it was.
Okay. What did you learn from doing it?
I've been rhyming a lot lately. I mean, after I get to class, I'm gonna say something and I'll rhyme.
How about you girls?
I kind of learned like you have to work together because we had to compromise a lot with Sweden and the other classes.
Yeah, we had a few frustrating moments after some of our conferences, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We found out we'd both written the same scene. And
Like for our title, they didn't exactly agree with us, and we didn't exactly agree with them.
But these are probably, probably skills you're going to use when you get in the workplace, do you think? Are you going to have to work with people and compromise? Trust me, you will. You will.
The classroom teacher shows dedication to professional contribution and collaboration by designing the opera project. She collaborates with 2 Swedish teachers, as well as 2 technology coordinators in order to facilitate the opera. This demonstrates an element of pedagogy.